So, a pure pacifist run has already been done for Dark Souls 3, as this game is quite literally 8 years old. In that video, NPC summons were the main way that enemies were dealt with without the player character directly damaging them. But for this challenge, I want to do something a little bit more different. We're gonna attempt to beat every boss in the game without being able to do direct damage. So hitting enemies with a stick or a spell isn't permitted. Only indirect damage sources are going to be allowed, so things like poison, toxic or frostbite. Before I elaborate on that in a lot more detail, first we have two very annoying obstacles at the start of the game, which will require a great deal of effort to solve. Let's get to it. Our starting class for this one is gonna be the warrior, together with the life ring. We want to optimize our maximum HP for the start, as it's gonna give us the best chances of getting out of the tutorial area without actually fighting anything. Now, I'm not over-exaggerating in saying that it took me 2 days to accomplish this single boss quote-unquote cheese. It being pure RNG is an understatement to say the least. The way it works is by luring the giant crystal lizard next to the start all the way over to the entrance of the boss arena. But before that, you need to activate the boss fight, quit out just before the boss awakens, then quickly re-enter the boss arena and immediately leave. That last step of re-entering the boss fight can also be done after luring the lizard out, as that can help with positioning the boss for the next step. Here is where the RNG part actually starts. In order to progress, Udex Gundyr has to die. No ifs and or buts. And since we are on a quote-unquote pacifist run, we cannot deal the damage. But the lizard for sure can. This kickstarts my slow and steady journey into insanity, of hugging the fog wall of the boss arena and praying to every known god in this universe that I will somehow not get shredded to pieces before the boss does. That is if the lizard doesn't fall to his doom from the journey over here or get stuck on some unfortunate terrain feature. 2 days of countless attempts later, and we do manage to get the luckiest kill ever because we ended up dying at the exact same moment. Thankfully, Ashen ones are immortal, so I do respawn, but the boss most certainly does not. If you ever want to do this challenge, love yourself and just keep this part seriously. Out of the frying pan and into the fire is what I would say, but the next obstacle is significantly easier to overcome, and thank God for that. The boss ward is now the only thing that stands in the way of us and the access to our first indirect damage sources, and there are actually 2 ways of dealing with him. One is to use NPC summons to beat Ward's juicy ass for us, and the other is to perform what speedrunners refer to as the Ward skip. I am a big fan of speedrunning shenanigans, and so I'll showcase that one for now. The way to perform it is quite tricky. You'll see that as a constant theme with any of these skips if you ever dabble with some speedruns. You first need to make your way to this exact place where you would usually descend down into the lower section of the castle. But instead of doing that, we are gonna walk the plank, quite literally. By positioning ourselves at the edge of the wooden platform, we want to slow walk diagonally towards the pillar and hope we manage to stick the landing on top of it. This is the tricky part, as most attempts are just me sliding straight into my doom. I honestly do not know how speedrunners manage to perform this skip almost perfectly every single time. But eventually, you will stick the landing and then you just need to roll off onto the lower section of the castle. Welcome to the knockoff Diablo version of Dark Souls 3, otherwise known as the Death Cam glitch. The Death Cam does a couple of things for us here. First of all, our character starts to operate on tank controls, which can make it very difficult to navigate the world around you. But what's truly spectacular about these types of glitches is that Death Cam stops assets from loading in areas which aren't already loaded in, meaning that we can just walk straight to the Ward arena like he never even existed at all. The Ward skip, ladies and gentlemen. After taking an Uber drive down into the settlement and playing with Miyazaki's favorite pets, I will finally explain the full rules of the challenge while I make my way to the first spell merchants in the game. This is a quasi-pacifist run, so we are allowed to do damage, just not direct damage. So I'll define indirect damage as anything that doesn't scale off our stats or weapon upgrade level, does no poise damage to our enemies, and anything which deals damage over time or builds up a status effect over time to deal said damage. So things like poison, toxic and frostbite are allowed, as well as a spell called Pestilent Mist. Quite a few bosses in the game are immune to all forms of status effects, so the spell Pestilent Mist actually makes this run possible. It's not a status effect per se, but it follows all the rules I set, and it can also deal damage to the caster, which, if you're not careful about, will come back to bite me in the ass. The idea for the run was heavily inspired by one of Smolan's videos, in which he does a similar thing, so I thought it would be fun to adapt that sort of challenge into a Dark Souls game. And as you'll witness, the run is gonna be full of surprises. So, after dodging a couple of teleporting dogs in the Crucifixion Woods, we meet Orbeck, who will be our sorcery merchant. Also, back in the Undead Settlement, we free Cornix from his cage, who will be our pyromancy merchant. With both of them now back in Firelink, we can buy Poison Mist from Cornix, and with that, our journey finally takes us to the first real boss fight of the run, the Crystal Sage. Let's see. This is the most problematic thing about all of this, guys, is going to be to reapply these things once they actually start going. Yeah, some of these bosses might take... What the... Usually when we fight the Crystal Sage, he dies immediately, but today we're gonna see a little bit more of his moveset, I think. Alright, attempt number 2. So we deal around 700 damage with poison, which is kinda good. Most definitely. Bro, what is... I've never seen these attacks in my life. Like, the amount of times that I've actually seen the moveset of the Crystal Sage is probably like 0. I've never seen this moveset. Oh! This is literally World War I, guys. This is literally World War I. I actually found a challenge run where Crystal Sage is a legitimate badass. Did he just get unpoisoned immediately? Don't tell me I have to grind for Pestilent Mist to finish this run. Jesus, give me a... I'm pretty sure that after the second poison proc, guys, we basically can't poison him again with a lot of, like, success. Yeah, Crystal Sage is a bit of a pickle. There are ways we can immediately increase our damage output, but the solutions all lie in a very tedious grinding process, which will, thanks to the power of editing, not be as tedious for you guys. To use Pestilent Mist, we gotta level our intelligence all the way up to 30, and to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, we are gonna get the souls needed from these feathered fucks. The main reason for that is to grind for the Storyteller Staff, which, for the unaware, has as its weapon art the strongest form of poison that is available in the game. But the grinding process is quite a nuisance. It took me almost an entire stream of grinding, plus some additional off-stream grinding, to finally get both the souls needed and the Storyteller Staff. Miyazaki really wanted to put me under some extra torture for this one. It won't be as bad though from now on, as I'll now be able to channel all that pent-up pain and suffering right into the bosses. Alright, so Storyteller Staff has the highest poison damage in the entirety of the game. Let's cast Pestilent Mist as well, and then we just run away. Wait, he actually goes away from the Pestilent Mist, that is insane. Jesus Christ, Gideon fight all over again. Bro, this is not going to be easy. This is not going to be easy, guys. We need to get lucky with RNG here. Bro, this is literally luck-based. This is literally luck-based. Goodbye. What the hell is this bullet hell? Oh, why is he over there? Why are you over there? No, 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 no. Die, Crystal Sage, immediately. Alright, he's dead. Jesus Christ. Hardest boss fight in the game, guys. After sending the Sage into the Shadow Realm, we hop on over into the Cathedral. And after a short conversation with Papa Gale, we get transported into the painting of Ariandel. Here we collect the second to last spell of the run, Snap Freeze, which builds up frostbite on our enemies, causing them to lose a heavy chunk of their health, with the damage being based on their maximum HP. Frostbite, as you will see, is very useful, as few bosses are actually immune to it, unlike with poison and toxic. Let me actually go kill the Rotten Greatwood, but let's try and see how this is actually gonna go. This actually damages him, this is insane. Okay, this might be the stupidest cursed Rotten Greatwood kill ever, guys. Wait, if I kill him and I don't send him into the lower section, does that mean that I don't have access to the lower section? He's actually dead here. And he never actually went to the second phase. Okay. I'll accept it. Ah, okay. That makes sense. That makes much more sense. Alright, let's go kill the Deacons, I guess. The Deacons are going to be much more easier to kill than the Abyss Watchers. Then we're gonna go for the Abyss Watchers. Okay, Pestilent Mist is actually one very interesting attribute. It doesn't do poise damage, meaning that it will never actually aggro anybody. This actually might take quite a long time, guys. Sincerely, this actually might take quite long. These guys move around a lot, but they will die by the masses. They will disintegrate by the masses. They're all dead. Oh, it seems to be immune to poison. I killed myself. I actually killed myself. I mean, they are chicken breast either way, so... I mean, I don't need to work too much for this victory, honestly. Like, the only thing I need to do is just kite them. Make them stay in poison mist. What even is this fight? Okay, die. Just die. Get out of my face. Goodbye. We don't need their souls. We don't need anybody's souls in this game. Just need to pop everything and go fight other bosses. Alright. How do we deal with you? Killing these guys with mist only is going to be a problem. Ooh. Pretty good. Frost Snap is actually pretty fast. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place Pestilent Mist over here. And I'm just gonna pray he actually walks into it. Any boss fight that can't be poisoned and is very nimble is going to be a massive, massive headache for us. Yo, Pestilent Mist is so slow. It might deal solid damage, but it is so slow, guys. Oh! Okay, he's dead. First phase. Now, true suffering. Okay, this can be baited out. This is so slow. It is so goddamn slow. Come on. Come on! Miyazaki, give me something. Can we just Snap Freeze him, maybe? It seems to me that Snap Freeze is going to be the thing we are gonna do in second phase, guys. You cannot dodge that. What? When is it ever safe to do anything in this fight? This is crazy. This only does very little damage, which is kind of annoying. And he immediately attacks right now. Literally killed by my own spell. Snap Freeze! No! How? Why is it so slow? The strat is going to be to just cast Pestilent Mist outside of his attack patterns. Like, I need to get far enough away to cast it. Which is very difficult. Never play Dark Souls like this. I don't recommend it at all. So close, so close. Die! Get into the mist! Die! Finally! Let's go! With the Abyss Watchers taken care of, we now gain access to the catacombs, which upon a short traversal leads straight down into the smoldering lake. Here, after dive bombing straight into the lava, we can get the final status effect that we have been missing. Toxic Mist. Toxic and poison both act very similarly, but are two entirely different things, so our poison from the staff will stack with the damage output from the Toxic Mist as well. The combination of those two things literally melts some bosses. Like the old Demon King over here. He's a very slow-moving, almost stationary boss fight, so after proccing both poison and toxic on him, while constantly keeping him inside of Pestilent Mist, he disintegrates faster than Gollum taking a magma bath at the end of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, these spells are very unassuming. Another one of their victims is the High Lord Volnir, who literally doesn't even need to be aggroed to be killed if you didn't know. You just need to walk up to his right side, spam Poison Mist into his face, and take a short coffee break while you watch him fade away into nothing, or the abyss in this case. It's safe to say that if you like boss cheeses, this is the run for you. And by the way, these cheeses won't stop coming. Since none of these spells scale with our staff upgrade level or any of our stats, we don't really need to follow the main route throughout the game exactly. So we go and challenge a quite late game boss for our current level, and then proceed to hide behind a pillar and spam Pestilent Mist over and over until the boss chokes to death. Seriously, I never thought that mist spells of all things would be this effective, considering that spells in Dark Souls 3 are generally quite underwhelming. But hey, I'm not complaining. Instead, I'll make it my goal to find even more interesting boss cheeses as I progress towards the more tougher ones. I guess we just need to actually make progress a little bit throughout the game. We don't need to do too much. Invaded by Dark Spirit Londor Pale Shade. I don't remember there being a Dark Spirit over here, Miyazaki. Jesus Christ. Miyazaki! Will it ever stop? Okay. Miyazaki. How do you no-hit this? I know people no-hit this game, but how do you do it? Pontiff Sullivan. Let's see how this one is gonna go. Thankfully, he is very, very slow. But I'm also very, very stupid. Yeah, okay. He can be poisoned. GG, well played. Can he be toxic? Can I spit in your face, Pontiff? Is he toxic or is he poison? I actually can't tell, guys. But he is dying. He's dying faster than the wind. Can he be frostbitten? He can be frostbitten, bro. He can... They might have unlocked Dark Souls easy mode. Bro, Pontiff is disintegrating, guys. We have unlocked true Dark Souls 3 easy mode, guys. This is crazy. We can basically just Pestilent Mist here. And then pray to God he dies. Is he dead? Pestilent Mist again. Woo! What the hell even happened right now? I have no idea what happened. That was the worst Pontiff fight in my life. GG. I'm actually gonna go for Aldrich first, and then we're gonna go for York, guys. If I remember correctly, Aldrich is immune to everything, so this is gonna be interesting. He can be quite annoying. Like, no-hit runners don't really enjoy this fight. Bam! Can you be poisoned, my boy? I don't think so. Oh, this might be a problem. Slap and run away! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep, Aldrich is going to be an issue, guys. Hop. Okay, Pestilent Mist definitely eats away at his health bar. Oh, Jesus Christ. Aldrich. I forgot Aldrich actually moves around a lot, guys. Alright, this is one of those runs, I guess. There's always one run where Aldrich is actually a massive pain in my ass, isn't there? There is always one run where Aldrich is just a massive pain in my ass. And Aldrich appears over there. Yeah, I need to be ready to catch him whenever I see this. Ugh. Aldrich. Why do you do this, Aldrich? Have another Pestilent Mist, Aldrich. Have another one. Okay, he's not going to be too much of a struggle, but he's very annoying. Aldrich actually just confuses me completely, guys. Okay, he's dead. Pestilent Mist is OP at the end of the day. If you add any normal attack into this kind of a build, you're gonna have a hell of a time in DS3. Yorb, my boy, how is this going to go? We need to get him into the poison cloud. Get over here. How much damage is that? How long will it take? Oh, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? His hitbox is surprisingly small. Like, I basically need to kite him around the poison cloud. This is not going to be difficult. This is just a matter of patience, guys. Yeah, basically he's resistant. For those of you who don't know, he's basically resistant to every element or every status effect. So this is the only way to kill him. And get your ass over here, Yorm! Oh my god, oh my god. I'm going berserk. Yorm is a very cool fight now that I think about it. He's a very, very cool giant fight. And GG. Good fight. Dark Souls 3 is hard, guys. Remember that. What's next boss? Next boss is Twin Princess, right? Dragon Slayer armor. I'm guessing Dragon Slayer armor is immune to everything, guys, right? Suck my bastard. Chatter told me you can be frostbitten. Why can you be frostbitten? Okay, I don't accept the fact that metal can be frostbitten, guys. That makes zero sense. I need to remember his moveset. His moveset is very, very complicated, actually. He's one of the harder fights in DS3, in my opinion. But he cannot deal with farts. That he cannot deal with. I'm gonna have to take some damage from the mist itself, because otherwise there is no way to get these idiots into the mist, I think. Hop. I will just run away. Where is second phase, guys? Does second phase not activate when you don't deal poison damage to him? Is that how it works? Snap freeze. Snap freeze is broken, guys. Okay, second phase does not activate when you don't do poison damage to him, guys. We completely skipped phase 2, guys. Because basically, the way we do damage, we don't do poise damage. So it seems some of the boss fights can be kind of skipped in a sense. It's kind of interesting. Lothric Lorien, guys. Are they poisonable? Immune to poison. Fuck. If they are immune to poison, this is going to be a hassle. This is going to be a problem, actually. This is going to be the Abyss Watchers all over it. They are super fast. Oh, fuck. This is not going to be easy. Yup, they move around a lot. They move around so much, I actually don't know what kind of strategy should I even employ here. If they are weak to Frostbite, I might actually just run away Frostbite. Run away Frostbite. That might be the only strategy here. Because, especially in the second phase, he moves around so much. Okay, now comes the challenge part of this challenge run, guys. Where our slowness and stupidity is at its all-time peak. Lorien is the type of guy who still kicks your butt in a wheelchair, that's true. Not only do I need to get good at this fight, I'm gonna have to figure out ways to punish these guys. Because look at this. He's just gonna be teleporting everywhere. Oh, just roll, just spam roll. And you're dead. Oh my god, you're alive. Oh, and you're dead. Yeah, Twin Princess, kind of an issue. They're both immune to poison and toxic, plus their teleporting abilities are just the perfect counter to our Pestilent Mist. Thankfully, there is one nasty way to cheese both of them in the second phase. But before we get to that, we will take a detour to properly set up our build, as we haven't really done that up until now. Since our damage output cannot be increased with gear or upgrades, we will focus on our defensive capabilities fully. And so we go and buy ourselves Smo's armor, which is the second best defensive armor in the game, only outclassed by Havel's. We will get that one later on. The other item I want is Gundir's ring, for which we will have to take care of our boy Osiris first. In all honesty, the fight isn't too rough. He does move around quite a lot, but he has his moments of chill, where you can easily get in a Pestilent Mist on top of his ass. And not long after that, he should just be sent straight to the afterlife. Gundyr after him is even easier. He can be both poisoned and toxic, so it's needless to say that he disappeared faster than a fart in a hurricane. I wasn't even using Toxic Mist for this fight, just the damage over time from the staff's poison seems to be more than powerful enough to deal with any poor soul in these lands. With him down, we get a ring, which provides us with +5 to our vigor, vitality and endurance. Everything we could ever want. In the same spirit, I also pick up the Fap ring from the 2 pontiff dogs down below the cathedral. With all of that, we are ready for some more boss cheeses. So, this is the situation we are gonna have to work with. Getting through the first phase of the princess is pretty rough, but it's nothing that can't be done if you employ a bit of patience when it comes to casting your pestilent mist. Remember, they are both immune to poison and toxic, so we can only work with this. The cheese begins just before the second phase is triggered. You want to position yourself in the arena in a way that when Lorien dies, upon the cutscene's conclusion, you will be standing right behind the 2 brothers. The phase transition, for some reason, makes them lose the ability to establish causality. And now you can just sit back, relax, and spam Pestilent Mist to your heart's content. As long as you are staying behind them, they will never aggro on you at all. They will aggro once Lorien dies again, but at that point you will have dealt so much damage to them that the fight won't be able to last even a couple more minutes. Quite some good tomfoolery here if you agree. With them both gone, we are essentially at the end of the game, but since this is an all bosses run, we still have quite a ways to go. Unfortunately for me, that means we are getting to the optional and DLC bosses, which will not be so kind to us as all of the previous ones. Alright, guys, I'll give you a choice here. Shall we do Nameless, or shall we go into the DLCs? Either 2 of them are gonna suck. Okay, everybody wants We are gonna go to the Nameless anyways, guys, but we're gonna do DLC first. We have 2 bosses in this DLC. Sister Friede and the Grave Tender. I'm gonna do Grave Tender first. Okay. NPC fights are actually not the easiest thing with this build, especially if they move around like that. Brother, leave me alone. Okay, this fight was not a good idea, guys. I need to get rid of one of them, at least. Toxic. Oh my god. What is even damaging what at this point? This is a massive problem, both of them. Okay, one dead. One down. Now we should be just able to use the pillar strategy. Okay. Oh, oh. One more over here. He should be dead here, I think. There's no way he survives that now. Yep, he's dead. Pillar strat. And just wait for him to die. Storyteller staff is just way too strong, guys. And he's dead. Okay, one thing I actually definitely realized, guys, is that if there is a pillar in the arena and you can do this, literally nobody can stop you. Just need to run around the arena. Alright, back to headquarters. And then let's go Sister Friede, right? Oh, wait. To kill Sister Friede, we need to kill Wilhelm. Sister Friede is going to be annoying. And Wilhelm, can I lure you off the edge? Or will you... Oh my god. That was the funniest gravity death from an NPC that I've seen ever in my life. It literally looked like his foot slipped and he just went straight into his death. Oh my god. That was actually so sad. Alright. Let's see how this is gonna go. First order of business. Toxic and poison. Oh. What? Why Miyazaki? I actually forgot this cutscene starts like that. Why is it always defeat Miyazaki? Why? Okay, that's poison. Now we need to toxic her. Toxicking enemies is much more difficult than poisoning them. So I think at this point we are just gonna Pestilent Mist. Yeah, this is not going to be as easy as I thought. This is going to be a problem. Fighting her without being able to stagger her is always somewhat of an issue. What the fuck? How do you dodge that attack? I actually don't know how to dodge that attack. Woo! Okay, Sister Friede, problem. We might go with Nameless King actually first. We're gonna come back to her. No, this is not a good boss fight to do right now. I need to have full Estus flasks, because phase 3 Friede is going to be a problem. Phase 2 is going to be easier because we can just kill Ariandel. Phase 3 and phase 1 are going to be the problem. That is going to be the issues here, guys. Killing Nameless is probably going to be easier. I mean, let me just go over there to see how that's going to go. I don't think the Wyvern can be poisoned, but we're gonna try. I don't think the Wyvern can actually do anything to us. Look at these guys now. Look at these guys now. We're gonna cast Pestilent. And then we're just gonna circle. Under his ass. We're basically farting beneath his ass, guys. And that is the way we're gonna kill this boss fight. Why are you over here? Where did you even come from? Alright. Dead. Good luck with Demon Princess. I know I've been eating my own words today the entire time, but I don't think the Demon Princess are going to be that big of an issue, guys. No! Nameless King is immune to toxic and poison, or is he? Okay, he is immune to poison and toxic. How do we deal with this asshole? Poison, toxic, dunk pies. Let's go. Yeah, timings for these attacks are gonna have to be relearned, basically, guys. Okay, that's poison right there. Oh, can the King of the Storm be frostbitten, guys? Have some frostbite. He can be frostbitten, that's good. I mean, you don't really need to. Okay, King of the Storm is actually very stationary. The problem is actually hitting him. Like, he's so far off the ground. Oh! What's happening? He's so far off the ground, actually hitting with Pestilent Mist is a problem. Okay, phase 2. Let's go, Nameless. I need to find punish windows now, which is a problem. Okay. Oh! When can I punish you? Oh, I can't punish you. Jeez. How do we punish this guy? Nice, that's Frostbite, and we immediately Pestilent. Pestilent, he's literally on top of the Pestilent Mist right now. And now we need to get good, guys. Get over here. That can be punished, Come on. Why is the spell casting so slow? Oh, heal. Okay. He's literally inside of the mist, guys. Nice, heal. Nameless, be good to me, Nameless. Be good to me. Lore walk. There we go. I like your lore walk for this run. I'm gonna be greedy here. I think I can be greedy here. Yup. I can get away with greed here, boys. Toto. The most infamous Dark Souls 3 choke. He's dead. He has to be dead. Die. Oh god. Oh my god. Was not too hard, but it's nerve-wracking second phase. It's actually nerve-wracking. Goddamn, we have to go back to Friede. Sister Friede is a giant pain in my ass. She is the hardest boss fight in my opinion. She is also immune to every status effect in the game, so that's fun. For that reason, we will finally have to ask for the assistance of some NPC summons. Papa Gale in this instance. I actually don't think she is possible to beat by purely using Pestilent Mist, as her third phase is just way too quick and her body often just phases straight through the mist's hitbox. So Papa Gale's assistance is very much appreciated. Oh wait, what was the strat for Sister Friede phase 1? Yeah, it was just bait out the long range attack or the invisibility attack, poison her and Pestilent Mist. Poisoning her is actually really difficult. Like, poisoning her is legit difficult, guys. She just doesn't stay in one place for that long, which is really annoying. This is gonna be a long fight, guys. If the poison wears off, it's really a problem killing her. She doesn't stay in one place. Why did I decide to do all bosses again? Why did I think that is a good idea? Okay then. Now comes the problems. Basically, if Gale dies, we lose the run on the fight. Like, Gale is essential. Like, he's really essential. Phase 3, I don't think you can do Phase 3 without Gale. Without Gale's help. Let's just put everything on him that I have. Absolutely blast him with everything and don't even spare him one single chance. Gale, stagger him, beautiful. Fog everywhere. And that... Is Gale alive? Gale is most certainly alive. How much health do you have, my boy? Okay, now what we need to do is spam poison. Gale, you strike, I poison. Perfect duo. Now we go Pestilent and pray to God we don't die. Pray to God we don't die. Okay, this might be actually first try because Gale is an absolute beast. Jesus Christ. This is actually a bad mistake. And Gale is dead. Now we are on your own. And now we need to find an opening, which might prove to be slightly of an issue. We might actually just cast over here and bait her into it. That might be the best way to do it. Okay, will you give me a second of a break, please? Thank you. I just need to cast one Pestilent. Pestilent? Oh. Black Flame Tornado. I think the only reason why we have Black Flame incantations and spells in Elden Ring is because this woman over here. Get back into the Pestilent. How are you not dead? Okay, Pestilent and she just dies, right? She's just dead. Let's go. Why is it always like this? Ay. That one was rough. I still think that I hate fighting Malenia more, but Sister Friede is a close second. In any case, out of the frying pan and into the fire. This time, literally. That's one demon, that's another demon. How do we exploit them though? Can we just cast like Pestilent Mist over here and run the fuck away? Alright, let's do it like this. cast Pestilence and just run away. Like with all of our strategies, basically. The Joestar strat actually works quite often, actually, in these games. They appear to be immune to Frostbite, which doesn't make no sense whatsoever. But bosses don't have a good way of dealing with the Joestar strategy, guys. The Joestar strategy is just way too overpowered. It's just broken. Literally, if Joseph actually came into Dark Souls, he would literally win every single time. That's an attack. Now he missed. Alright, these guys have big openings. Yeah, this is not that big of a deal. These guys have very big openings. And he's dead. I summoned the Fireball Demon. I should have summoned the Laser Demon. Summoning the Laser Demon would help. So who do I need to kill then? Basically two. There are basically two versions of the Demon Prince. This is the first one. Which one is easier? The laser one, but I forgot how to make him. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I kill the demon from below first, then I get the laser demon. Ah, demon from below needs to die last. Okay. Usually when bosses take a lot of... That is laser. Usually when bosses take a lot of distance from you, that's always going to be an ultimate attack. This is why you want the laser demon. He just stays still. He does literally nothing. He runs away to do the goddamn laser attack. Of course. Pestilent. Here we don't need to do anything, honestly. We just need to Pestilent and wait. Pestilent and wait. Where is he? That is cheating, Miyazaki. That is cheating, and you know it. And my controller disconnected. What the fuck? Getting wrecked by my controller. Oh, shit. Wait. We can talk this out. I'm gonna cast Pestilent here and pray to God. No! Miyazaki. Why? It's a very interesting run. Like, I have to play very weirdly. Usually fights are about finding a place in the fight where you can strike back. But in this fight, it's about finding the place in the fight where you can't get hit. And he's dead. GG boys, let's go. Let's go to Half-Light. The DLC's difficulty spike is on a whole nother level for this game. If Elden Ring's DLC will be anything similar to it, we are gonna get double Malenia with 4 waterfall dances accompanied by a golden shower artillery barrage straight out of a 5-headed Elden Beast. Hopefully Miyazaki doesn't watch my videos, so he doesn't get any funny ideas. In any case, with the demons gone, only a few more bosses remain before our inevitable victory. The upcoming one, Half-Light, has to be one of my favorite cheeses in Dark Souls 3. The fact that this is even possible to do is just so funny to me that I can't even. Like, why do so many bosses have a problem with establishing causality is beyond me. I'll guess that's just part of the intended Souls experience at this point. But yeah, since nobody likes Half-Light anyways, I won't really feel too bad about this one. By the way, if he actually fought him legitimately, he would probably be the hardest fight. Because he's an NPC boss fight with 2 other summons. Like, it would be horrible. And he can heal. Gale is not going to be a problem. Medir is not going to be a problem. Soul of Cinder is going to be a little bit of a problem. Stat distribution is this currently. -5 points on Vigor, Endurance, and Vitality. By the way, Gale can be poisoned. He's also weak to Frostbite, if I remember correctly. Alrighty, Gale. Poison! How easy are you to poison? Not that easy, it seems. Toxic Mist. We need to toxic and poison him at the same time. That is basically the beginning of... Okay, double ticks, he's poisoned and toxic, now we run away. Jojo strats are always at your side. What I'm curious about is the poison and toxic gonna translate into the second phase. And it is not. He gets cured. The Dark Souls heals poison. Let me just poison through the tombstone. Can I block it like that? Oh my god, what the... Do we have double ticks? We have double ticks, boys. Need to be very careful. The poison and toxic is doing work, but he is still Gale. But the poison and toxic is just way too much for handle. Nobody can handle toxic and poison in this game. No, nobody can handle toxic and poison, guys. Jesus Christ. Toxic, poison, pestilent, mist, broken beyond belief. Like, that combo is disgusting. Alright, Medir and Soul of Cinder left, guys. Let's finish this. Medir, my boy. Oh, this is gonna take a while. This is not gonna end well or quickly. Oh, this is not gonna take that long. Bro, this is eating away at him. If you're having trouble with Medir, guys, Pestilent Mist is your answer, boys. I don't even need to do anything. I can just mind my own business and watch him die. Not much life is left with you. It's time for you to praise Lord Miyazaki for creating this goddamn spell, which literally killed your tail. GG. Okay, the fact that this build makes DLC bosses a joke is glorious to me. With almost every single boss now dead at our feet, it is time we finally wrap this one up. But believe it or not, the final boss is the most problematic of them all. Not only is he a goddamn ballerina, gracefully dancing around the arena, slapping me in the face from like 10 different angles while constantly changing his loadout to throw me off guard, he is actually a problem I did not manage to solve within the context of the run. I mean, just have a look for yourself. Get into the pestilence. This is basically the Abyss Watcher fight all over again. The Abyss Watchers were a problem for the same reason basically, because of the small hitbox and fast movement. You just cannot be punished, like look at it. Can't even be frostbitten, Miyazaki. What did you create in this case? Not gonna work. Oh, this is not looking good, guys. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that this run is not difficult. Phase 2, phase 2. Bro, get the fuck into that mist, my man. This is sheer disrespect. Brother is just... Guys! Wait a goddamn minute. He can't go phase 2. Guys, the run is undoable. The run is not doable. We have to hit him. What is this programming? Jeez, what the hell? There's no way. Just no way. The run is literally not possible, guys. You have to do damage to beat the game in some form or some way. I am partially at fault here. You can actually summon NPCs to help you for this fight, but since I never expected for this turn of events, I never gave this fight that much thought. A smack will be allowed to finish him off. I may have failed the run at the last second, but at least I can confidently say that these spells definitely don't deal any direct damage per the game's logic. What the hell? And one more mist and we are allowed to smack him in the face. Let's go. Smack! That is the only smack. 11 damage. 11 damage is necessary, guys, to beat this game. We have very low resources, but I think he can't heal anymore, which is gonna make this fight a hell of a lot easier, I think. Oh, how do you punish him, though? Some damage will be dealt. Frostbite will also be dealt. I can win this if I'm not an idiot, but unfortunately I'm both of those things. Do I have Divine Blessings? I do not. I do not have Divine Blessings, guys, unfortunately. Needs to be learned. That dodge timing needs to be learned. Stay in the mist, my boy. There we go. Ah, we chill. Is he dead? He's actually doing that in the mist. He's dead. GG, guys. Hardest Soul of Cinder in my life. Woo! 14 hours and 40 minutes, guys, it took to beat this goddamn game.